Hey, my name is Daniel Lyons, and I am with HealthyPlace and the Life LGBT+ blog. You might be wondering why I decided to write a blog about being transgender and having bipolar disorder. Maybe these seem to you like two completely unrelated things. One is a mental health condition, and one is about gender. And as a reminder, being transgender is not a mental health condition, although having gender dysphoria is. But the reality is, living with both of these things, I have come to realize that they have a lot in common, and I wanted to tell you three things that they share. The first one is that being transgender and having bipolar disorder are both highly stigmatized by the general public. Most people do not have a lot of good information about either of these things. That's why we have so many blogs about bipolar disorder, and that's why this blog about LGBT issues exists and is authored by two different transgender people. I'm sure you've heard people say, oh, that person is so bipolar. That's a really stigmatizing thing to say. And maybe you haven't checked the news lately, but if you have, there's a lot of stuff in the news that's really damaging and harmful towards transgender people. And there's a lot of legislation being passed around the country that is based in discrimination. So both of these things are widely misunderstood, and I believe that it's around a lack of education, which is why I'm writing this post today. The second thing is that both of these things involve a lot of work, especially for transgender folk like myself who choose to medically transition, meaning I take hormones, I've had multiple gender-affirming surgeries. Being transgender is just a lot of work. I have to be in constant contact with my doctors, with my medical team, with my endocrinologist. It involves getting regular labs checked to make sure that my blood levels are checked, filling prescriptions. It's just honestly a part-time job for me to be transgender and also pursuing a medical transition element. I've had 3 surgeries and I will likely have another surgery in 2024. It's a lot of work, and at times for me it has involved hospitalization. Similarly, for me, bipolar disorder is also a part-time job. I have to be in regular touch with my psychiatrist, manage my medications, get lab works to make sure that my kidneys are okay, see my psychologist. At different moments in my life, having bipolar disorder has also meant that I've had to be hospitalized. It's a lot of work, and honestly, living with both things can be exhausting, and sometimes it feels like I need an extra 20 hours a week just to take care of my health. And lastly, both being transgender and having bipolar disorder for me involve a decision of choosing to be out about what I live with. This can be really hard because of the stigma that I've already talked about and because of the discrimination, but I choose to live out and proud about the fact that I am transgender, and I also choose to be out and proud about the fact that I have bipolar disorder. I'm not ashamed. I am more quiet at work, and I don't as freely talk about having bipolar disorder at work because of the stigma that's associated with it. But in my writing life and in my personal life, it's something that I am very out and proud about. So those are 3 things that both of these share, and I hope that you've enjoyed this post about being transgender and having bipolar disorder. Thanks.